Travelers and luxury destination adventurers, it's now time to enjoy the journey on Enjoy the Journey with David Hartman and guests. And now, here's David Hartman.
In the Keys.
Greetings from paradise. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey luxury travel show from the beautiful Florida Keys. A special welcome to our RadioA1A and Cruisin' Country listeners and A1A Media Network affiliates, podcast partners, and live streaming viewers around the world. I'm your host, David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency, and I'm the travel agent that always asks two questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? I bet you wish you were here with me and Michael Byers at Pirates Cove Watersports in the Key Largo Marriott Bay Beach Resorts. We're having fun here. Stick around with us for the next little time, and let's really have some fun talking about diving in the Florida Keys. Please like this, please share, and also follow our social media, like this, David W. Hartman, like Fantastic Endeavors, like RadioA1A, and also subscribe to the A1A Media Network YouTube channel, and subscribe for notifications. Our video will be live there tomorrow as a recorded feed, and check that out. We also like to thank our sponsors, Chip Bell, author of the Jake Sullivan series, Jim LaPente, talk to Jim for the best mortgage rates in the Keys. Check out the new music store on RadioA1A.com. Atlas Ocean Voyages, great show sponsor, love them. Expeditions launching in July 2021. And Michael Marinelli, Real Estate Conch, and Atlas Ocean Voyages, love them all the time. And Vic Figueroa, Key Smartphone Repair. Please stay tuned for a message from our sponsors because we really appreciate these guys. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expeditions that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages and remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman, 305-453-9208, Dave at bucketwishtrip.com.
You know, they may be called smartphones, but they are handled by regular folks like you and me. And we break things. Well, no more freaking out about breaking your smartphone because Keys Smartphone Repair is here. Just click or call keysmartphonerepair.com. That's keysmartphonerepair.com. keysmartphonerepair.com. It's fast, professional smartphone and tablet repair located in Tavernier, mile marker 90, keysmartphonerepair.com. Click it now and save.
The Health Genie System Checker answers 3 important questions when you are feeling ill. What is wrong with me? How ill am I? And where can I receive care? System Checker puts the information and answers at your fingertips with the most advanced triage and healthcare technologies available. Engage on a personal level in your own words to describe your symptoms with no smart trees or drop-down menus that force self-diagnosis. Health Genie System Checker provides an avenue to early healthcare engagement. Hello, David Hartman with Fantastic Endeavors. Fantastic Endeavors is a full-service travel agency based in Key Largo, Florida, specializing in custom individual and group travel. Our luxury travel advisors inspire people to answer 2 questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? Fantastic Endeavors will personally tailor your journey to your needs. We build extraordinary, enriching experiences curated just for you. Call us today at 305-453-9208 or email at dave@bucketwishtrip.com. Enjoy the journey. We're back live. Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show here on RadioA1A and Cruisin' Country Radio on Facebook Live. Please again like to share it. Comments, we want some comments today. We're watching the feed right here on my little smartphone, and we're going to do some trivia questions here with my guest Michael Byers. And we are at Pirates Cove Watersports, mile marker 103.8 on the Bayside in wonderful Key Largo, Florida. Michael, how you doing today?
Doing great, Dave. Thanks for having me here.
Glad to have you on board. We had David Sheehan, your partner on the show, August 3rd, your business partner on the show.
Yeah.
And want to have you. Now we're doing on-location shows and kind of show off this facility a little bit. And we do have some videos I took and some pictures we're going to show you as Michael and I are talking. I know you want to stare at us the whole entire time.
Yeah. Nice.
But we are going to show you some great things. And also, it is Happy Oktoberfest. I was at Oktoberfest yesterday at Florida Keys Brewing Company, and I got my German boot stein and got my ceramic mug and my wonderful hat here. So during the middle break we're having, halfway through the show, we're going to maybe break out some nice Oktoberfest beer and share that with you guys. So sit back, have a beer, enjoy our show for the next hour. And we're going to talk about Michael's business here at Pirates Cove Watersports here at the Key Largo. Is it Marriott Bay Resort? Bay Marriott?
Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort.
There you go. I guess it's Key Largo Bay.
That is.
Michael, thanks for coming on the show. We've been friends for a long time. I was really excited when you got involved with David Sheehan and this operation here. I knew this dive shop since it was It's a Dive. We talked about that last time, but refresh some people. First off, how'd you get to the Keys and what are you doing here today?
Well, thanks for having me here again, David. And well, for me, my plan B in life started out with about 20 years in the corporate world. And at that time, I kind of got burned out and decided to go to plan B. My plan A was in the corporate world. My plan B was a scuba instructor in Fiji. I always thought that sounded really cool.
Very nice.
I said, man, if I ever go to plan B, it's going to be a dive instructor in Fiji. I left the corporate world, came to Key Largo, got my dive instructor license, and I really fell in love with the place. The people here are really nice, great, tight-knit community, beautiful reefs out here. Very, very close to shore as well. Some places you have to go 20 miles out to get to some reefs and stuff. Here they're 3 to 5 miles out.
Nice.
And within 6 or 8 months, moved down here.
That's great.
Been here ever since.
I came here for diving too, but I am jealous about your Fiji assignment.
I haven't made it to Fiji yet, but it's still on my list. Still on my list.
And so what year did you move here?
Beginning of 2011, so just at 9 years.
2006. I first met you to thank our friends Christine and Eric.
Absolutely.
We're part of it. Also, it was Brian and Renee's wedding.
Yep, that's
Brian
true.
Heater, our friend Brian, waved to you guys in Pensacola. I miss you down here in the Keys. And I remember I taught you how to dance. I taught you how to floss.
You did show me some dance moves. I do remember that out on the dance floor. Sweeping the floor, you got those down.
Sweeping the floor, the dustpan when you want to get low. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And then people talking about you. And then the best thing was that we were at a Patty update together.
Yeah.
And some young girl was sitting behind me, young instructor girl. And you walk in, you're like, hey, flossing. She's like, that's a good move.
I remember.
I love this guy. So we started hanging out ever since then. And we miss
Absolutely.
Christine and Eric. Did make hello out there. We hung out a lot because of them. And Survivor nights, we missed those.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate what you guys are doing because it's been so tough to be a local business of late, obviously, with our shutdown and from March 27th to June 1st. And obviously just getting the customers back has been difficult. Florida's been hard to travel to.
Yes,
How did you end up meeting up with Mr. Sheehan and actually getting involved in running the dive shop here at the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't take long once you move down here to, with high hopes of being a dive instructor and being able to actually support yourself, that you find out you're going to need to do something else as well. So typically a lot of people progress and get their captain's license. So there for a while, not only did I teach diving, but I was driving dive boats as well as a parasail boat, learned how to drive a parasail boat.
Okay.
Met Dave Sheehan through several acquaintances, and his background was more towards jet skis, and mine was more towards diving and parasailing. So one day, of course, he goes, come on, let's get some jet skis, it'll be fun. I go, hey, let's get a parasail boat, it'll be fun.
Nice.
And here we are. It's kind of grown over the years. We've been in business together for right at 5 years. Started just with jet skis and parasail, The dive shop was actually our landlord at that time, and as the previous owner wanted to move on and focus into just certain areas, it allowed us the opportunity to make an investment and buy our landlord's dive shop and stuff. So
Good.
So that opened us up to now, if you can do it above, on, or below the water, we can provide that service for you.
That's great. We're going to talk about your service here in a bit. And we are here, guys. As I talk to Michael, I'm going to run some pictures first and then some videos that we took on, I think Saturday we were here roaming around the property. But we are at a beautiful hotel. Where we are is actually on top of the dive shop, which is in the middle of the resort on the canal system. Right over the top here. We'll kind of, after the middle break, we're kind of going to try to show you around a little bit. And right now there's a boat leaving behind us. And no, the boat's here. Hey, it's back already. All right. Welcome back. And there's rental boats here. There's rental jet skis here. And then more on the water, more this way. That's Gus's Grill, the yellow building behind us. The other way is where they rent all the stand-up paddle boards and you go on the jet skis. We saw a guy on Saturday doing a tour. We'll show it off in the video.
Yeah.
And so as we talk about this, let me show you guys some videos. And let's see if this works. Hello, we're still here. All right, fantastic.
Technology.
So we're showing some pictures off. And so tell us, what exactly do you guys do from the shop?
We are a full-service dive shop. We do everything from instruction to gear rentals to, if you have your own gear, we can certainly put you a seat on the boat as well, take you out to the reef. Our reefs are situated here in Key Largo, as you know, but a lot of people may not, where they can accommodate normally snorkelers or divers. So we typically have a combination on our boat of divers and snorkelers, unless we're doing a deep dive to one of our deep wrecks. So we focus a lot on that. The jet skis keep us busy. We have this location as well as the Big Chill next door.
Okay.
And so we keep about 15, most time around 15 jet skis going at any one time. So we do that as well. We offer parasailing. So that's the above the water stuff. On the water, we have paddle boards and kayaks right over here off the beach. We launched them off the Marriott's beach. We have a little beach hut out here that does all the jet skis. We do have rental boats. People that have boating skills, they can come in, and we have several rental boats here. You can rent them for a half a day or a day or just for a few hours if you just want to get out and putt around and jump in with family and friends, things like that. We also offer a captain. If you want to take the boat yourself, great, but if you want to just sit back and pop one open or whatever and stay safe and have a captain on board.
Kind of like a booze eco tour.
Little booze eco tours. We do eco tours. I see one pulling up right now. Our captains are very knowledgeable of the ecosystem here. We have a unique ecosystem here, and even how it was formed is very unique. But our captains know about the stuff that they see on the water and under the water. A lot of times they see manatee and dolphin and sharks and things like that swimming by while they're doing the eco tours, as well as the birds and the mangroves and other things that they'll teach you about.
It's amazing the services you guys offer, and we just show you some pictures of around the dive shop here at Marriott or Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort.
There you go.
That's a mouthful, but it's a great resort.
It is.
And we have a studio audience. Murphy's here. Hey, our friend Murphy. We always appreciate our studio audience. So next up, as Michael and I chat, we're going to show you videos we took of the jet ski operation, which again is the far corner of the resort beyond Gus's Grill.
They say your volume's low. They're maxed out and I can't hear you.
Okay, we'll turn up the volume.
You can pull up the target.
How's it here for you? How's the volume with you?
All right.
What?
It's loud.
I never. We'll work on the volume, guys. We'll show off the videos here. We're going to turn up the volume a little bit. We are outdoors, which is dampening our volume.
I have mine maxed and I can barely hear you.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, see if we can get that fixed.
There we go. Hello. Hey, we're back. Anyways, right now the videos that's showing off is the jet ski operation. And we heard our mics are a little low, and we're using a broadcast software. And outdoors, it doesn't sound like how we tested indoors. So we're going to work on that. We're going to hold our mics a little closer while I find the volume. And it's not the easiest way to turn up this thing. But so Michael, right now I'm showing off videos of the jet skis and different operations that you guys have. So what don't you offer here versus Big Chill?
At the Big Chill, we pretty much only offer jet skis and paddleboards and kayaks. We just refer, it's only a couple hundred yards away Okay. But we can come and pick you up over there from boat for eco tours and
Okay.
stuff like that. So we try to offer the same things at both locations. Like I said, we do everything above the water with parasailing, on the water, boating, eco tours, rental boats, to below the water, dive instruction. Rick Murphy that just walked over here, he's one of our best instructors here. We love to introduce people to the underwater world. It's one of the things that when you move down here as a dive instructor, you just really get excited and passionate about sharing some of that with different people.
What's nice is that, I mean, you have 2 locations. They used to have 3?
We did.
Nice. That was at Gilbert's?
No, well, Dave had Gilbert's for a good period, and we also had the beach at Marker 88 as well. They're turning that into like a wedding venue.
Okay.
Didn't really match what we were into.
So you're happy with 2 locations?
I am. Sometimes it's growing pains can be painful, so this is just right for me.
Nice.
It's just
Nice.
right. Yeah.
Well, when you walk in the shop here, we're going to show off the shop in a minute on the video, and we're going to talk a little more into our mics here because it's a little tough with the wind here, folks. So we'll move the mic up a little closer. They have like a tear sheet we saw on Saturday. It has so many different services on it. I mean, it's amazing what you guys offer. And you can go, like I said, diving, snorkeling, parasailing, and it's all right here.
All right.
And then, or if you're at Big Chill, staying at Big Chill. If you're living over there or you're out there, you want to go out, you can go out from there too. And you said the parasail boat will pick them up over there?
It can pick them up here or at the Marriott as well, Big Chill, either one.
It's important to be very diverse because you have people with diverse interests. And so a family comes down here and stays at the resort, stays in a hotel nearby. One wants to go diving, but one wants to go snorkeling. One wants to go on an eco tour. One wants to go parasailing.
Absolutely.
You guys are a one-stop shop.
We are. There are a lot of great other operators out here, but I'm not aware of any of them that offer the breadth of services that we have. We have literally everything that you could have. We had the flyboard guy for a little while, but that's the only one service that we don't currently offer right now. But
the crazy thing?
The flyboard guy. He ended up moving off to another location that was providing that for us. But otherwise, we do I don't think of anything that we can't do here.
Dave and she and I talked about that. I forgot seeing that out here, and I didn't realize that was his operation. So probably for the better.
Yeah, it was.
Very expensive insurance.
Very expensive insurance.
Now let's talk about trivia. We promised last time we did some trivia. You said you did some trivia.
Okay.
Michael, speak louder.
All right. You got it.
Yeah, we'll speak
I
louder.
can do that.
Hey.
I've never been told that I have that I couldn't be heard, so I'll see if I can speak louder.
I jacked up the mic, so I'll jack them up a little more. Let me see here. So let's talk about trivia. So we talk about the dive shop, since we are sitting on a dive shop. So how about a good diving question about, you mentioned let's do more eco for us. So you had a question in mind about something out here.
Yep, you got it. Yeah. So where we're sitting.
So the first prize will be this, but you can pick up here at the shop.
There you go. And if you give me if you live out of town, you could probably give me an address and I'd drop it in the mail to you. Very neat little silly pint cup made out of environmentally silicone. You can freeze it, you can microwave it, you can't break it. So where we're physically located is we are in what's called the Florida Bay side of Key Largo. Just out from us, on the other side of this Florida Bay, this is Blackwater Sound specifically, is the Everglades and part of the mainland. We are the first key in the Florida Keys. But in between us, there is a line it's a waterway that goes all the way from Key West, which is that direction, all the way up to Maine. You can hop on that waterway and traverse that entire eastern coastline. What would be the name of that waterway?
So there's a waterway here that runs through right in front of the hotel. What's the name of that waterway? It's a navigational waterway.
It is.
It goes from basically
Key West all the way up to Maine.
All the way up to Maine.
With very little portions of it out in the ocean. Most of it stay inland. It was made in the 1940s. There was a little bit of concern back then during World War II that there were German U-boats out in the ocean, so the government decided to make this waterway that allowed ships to traverse up and down the eastern coast without being exposed to potential German U-boats.
Very nice. That was the source of it. I know
that was the source of it.
Good history.
Now, since then, we don't really worry that much about German U-boats anymore, but we do have storms and hurricanes and things like that come by. And this allows vessels to go up and down without having to go out and be exposed to the open ocean. So what is that? I wonder if anybody knows.
I am watching the chat. And yeah, a lot of you guys commented louder. We're speaking more on the mics, and I have jacked up the volume on the software. I believe we're better now, Miss Producer? Okay. Yeah, I jacked it up 5 decibels. So, we last time we did the show was less wind, and the wind kind of took us down. So make sure you're winding the show and listen closely, but we're louder now going forward. So trivia questions out there. What's the name of this famous waterway that runs from Key West to Maine? And with an awesome Pirates Cove Watersports Brandon mug waiting for you. You can pick it up here at the shop, or Michael will even send it to you.
I will.
COD, of course. I'm just kidding. Free shipping.
That's right.
And by the way, happy Oktoberfest. During our break, we're going to pour some German beer, so please have a beer with us. Happy Oktoberfest.
Absolutely.
As my outline blows away. I'm here watching the feed, so please chime in the chat. Always comment. Hey, of course, as always, Sherry's on.
Yeah, there's my cousin. Nice. Hey, Sherry. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, the couple people
And
comment.
Janet
Louder.
I can assure you, my friend Janet has never told me I needed to be louder.
I know.
No kidding.
I know. Yeah. I'm sorry, Janet. I'll speak up.
We do have a spot break for a wonderful sponsors coming up at the bottom of the hour and at 5:30, so I may switch the mics then. These lavs are better with the wind, but in this case here, we got a breeze coming at us, which is affecting the volume. So we do apologize about that, and we'll keep talking louder. I did jack up the volume too. I can go up a little higher if that's needed. Cool, so I'm waiting for that trivia question before we go to break, and in the meantime, I'm gonna show off a little bit of the parasailing video about you guys. So, have you guys ever get a request for things you can't do? Is there a limit on groups? Is there a limit on people? What is it when people come here should they know about as far as the services you offer? What?
Sherry answered.
Oh,
she did. Look at that.
Sherry, you're all over it.
She is on fire.
She's on fire.
Runs in the blood.
She won. Sherry,
My cousin.
it pays to watch the show because Sherry was on the David Sheehan show, and Sherry won one of the gift certificates.
Nice. Very good. Well, I hope she gets to come down here and see us soon.
Yeah.
I may make her pick this cup up in person. She has come and visited us before.
You have very loyal supporters, so
Good.
we definitely appreciate that.
Definitely. We really don't get requests that we can't accommodate normally. One of the things that we do, the Keys and Key Largo specifically is becoming more of a wedding destination.
Sure.
And in fact, the Marriott here has weddings set up. They had one yesterday out on the beach. And a lot of times they'll want to do a rehearsal dinner sunset or things like that. And fortunately, our one of our boats here can accommodate 49 passengers. So as long as they don't have a group larger than 49, and if the core group is just 49 people that want to go, and we're able to accommodate them. We do have other vessels that we can split up if we needed to.
Okay.
But, so we do that. We will go to other wedding venues. We'll travel and take the boat down. We just worked out something where the groomsmen are going to show up on the dock in a boat. We're going to take them.
Nice.
And
then
the bride and the groom are going to sail off into the sunset after the wedding on our boat. So we just worked that out for somebody for next month. So we try to be as flexible. Plus, that's a pretty important day for those people, and we try to make it as the best that we can. Try to have the most positive impact that we can on it.
Speaking of activities, I'm showing off the parasailing video right now, so definitely
Nice.
You guys enjoy that. I mean, I kind of looped it again so you can all watch it. And we're sitting here with Michael Byers, co-owner of Pirates Cove Watersports, along with David Sheehan, who was on the show August 3rd. Check out A1A Media Network YouTube channel, and all my shows are there. Check out the August 3rd show with David on. That was live from the Conch House. But we are here live today from Michael's operation. We're on top of his dive shop, having a wonderful time.
This rooftop
And we're back.
location is also pretty nice for watching the fireworks on 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Or if your group we have picnic tables and a grill up here. If you want to have, you're here with a group and you want to throw something on the grill or whatever. Well, again, we try to accommodate you. Make sure you have the best time that you can have while you're here visiting us.
Absolutely, and we actually came here for New Year's Eve. Yeah, you guys had a cookout. We appreciate that. And,
Absolutely.
And no, it was July 4th. July 4th. I mean,
There you
that
go.
was very fun. And we saw the fireworks. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Great view from up here. And this is a full-service operation, a full-service dive shop. They have their own compressor. Michael was working on it today.
Never ending something.
The joys of ownership.
Yeah.
And you can tell you're the chosen one because now the sunlight's shining on you, but not
I see
me.
that.
So.
I can feel that.
I'm
I'm wondering, man,
a
where's
little
that
cooler
beer
right
at,
now.
Dave?
Yeah.
No, It's okay.
Yeah, we're going to break soon. We're going to
That's
crack out
fine.
some Oktoberfest beer while you guys are sitting back enjoying our show today. Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show here on RadioA1A and the Cruise and Country Radio and Facebook Live. Thanks for being here. Please like this, share it, continue the comments. We are listening closely to you guys online. If you have any questions about the operation, question about diving the Keys, and also,
nice.
A comment from a
Yeah,
customer.
one
also
of our captain's
follow
wife
the
just
A1A
posted- sorry.
A1A YouTube channel, because this show goes live, recorded, uploaded tomorrow by 2 o'clock. We have a replay of the show at 2 o'clock tomorrow too on Radio A1A YouTube channels and Facebook page. So enjoy that. Someone said Russell and I got married at the Marriott. That's
Absolutely.
Jessica Dockery.
And Russell's one of our captains. Jessica's one of our friends. She got married here. I'm not sure that I knew that.
Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah. Nice.
How's the volume, Producer Bonnie? Because I'm still getting comments. It's better? Okay.
It's still low, but we'll work on it on the break.
Well, cool. I can jack it up a little higher. We're going to go break soon, guys, but thanks for joining us today. After the break, we're going to have another trivia question. Congratulations to Sherry Byers Langston, who won the first prize, an awesome Pirates Cove mug. Look at that. Look at that branding.
Man,
Great name.
I'm telling you.
Great name. Great logo, too. And really, it's a pleasure to have her on again. She's been watching every show since the show that David was on August 3rd, and love having her on. She's very interactive. We appreciate interactive guests, so please like and comment today. And stay tuned for trivia question number 2, maybe a little bit bigger prize.
Could be.
We'll talk about it. We'll conspire during break and think
There
of a
you go.
prize for you guys. And thanks for following our mic issues. And the recorded show, this will be resolved. So the replay tomorrow at 2 o'clock will be shared to my Facebook page and also on Radio A1A's. And the YouTube one will all be a little hour too. We kind of iron out all these little live difficulties. We are live here at Pirates Cove Watersports, so sometimes these little issues happen, but thank you guys for staying tuned. The issue is actually the mics are fine. It's actually the breeze we're getting is kind of cutting out the mics. And we do have a little, trying to keep Michael cool over here, sitting in the sunset with a little fan on us. I think it's affecting us. Well, thanks you guys for joining. We're going to head to a quick spot break. As always, support our sponsors. In about 3 minutes or so, we'll be here after the break, and we'll talk to you guys some more about Pirates Cove Watersports here live from the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort in Key Largo, Florida. We'll be right back. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expeditions that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages and remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman, 305-453-9208, Dave at bucketwishtrip.com.
You know, they may be called smartphones, but they are handled by regular folks like you and me. And we break things. Well, no more freaking out about breaking your smartphone, because Keys Smartphone Repair is here. Just click or call keysmartphonerepair.com. That's keysmartphonerepair.com. keysmartphonerepair.com. It's fast, professional smartphone and tablet repair located in Tavernier, mile marker 90, keysmartphonerepair.com. Click it now and save.
The Health Genie System Checker answers 3 important questions when you are feeling ill. What is wrong with me? How ill am I? And where can I receive care? System Checker puts the information and answers at your fingertips with the most advanced triage and healthcare technologies available. Engage on a personal level in your own words to describe your symptoms with no smart trees or drop-down menus that force self-diagnosis. Health Genie System Checker provides an avenue to early healthcare engagement. Hello, David Hartman with Fantastic Endeavors. Fantastic Endeavors is a full-service travel agency based in Key Largo, Florida, specializing in custom individual and group travel. Our luxury travel advisors inspire people to answer 2 questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? Fantastic Endeavors will personally tailor your journey to your needs. We build extraordinary, enriching experiences curated just for you. Call us today at 305-453-9208 or email at dave@bucketwishtrip.com. Enjoy the journey. We are back live, the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show here on RadioA1A Cruising Country Radio. Thank you for our audio listeners. Check out our YouTube feed tomorrow and the live replay if you're listening on the audio channels. And we're here at Pirates Cove Watersports. Oh, there goes the gift. We're here at Pirates Cove Watersports with Michael Byers, co-owner of Pirates Cove Watersports, and here in the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort, mile marker 103.8 on the bayside in the middle of wonderful, beautiful Key Largo. What a gorgeous day in the Keys. I know you're probably too hot right there. You're kind of blocking the sun from me, sir. I appreciate it.
Anything I can do for you, Dave. That's what friends do for each other.
So we worked on the mics during the break. I'm going to jack it up even higher for you guys, and hopefully this will be a little louder for you. And we're getting our German beer now poured. It's a local brew. It's more of a pumpkin beer, but it is here to quench our thirst. I know you're hot over there, Michael. Just work on the volume a little bit more. And so many things I only do when we're live. Well, welcome back. Hey, please like this. Please comment. We have another trivia question coming up in about 3-4 minutes. Stay tuned for that. I think we're going to do maybe a diving question.
Maybe.
Diving question. I like the one about the Spiegel you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that one. We have some more giveaways here, and then if we have time, then maybe a bigger prize. See how it goes today. A lot of people are watching, and Harry, our producer, Harry, our guy on the board says we're sounding better. And I even jacked it up more, Harry, so we should sound good. The problem is we can't judge the win in the feed. And thank you guys for your patience. As always, rewind the show from the beginning if you just joined. And also, the little bit edited show will be on tomorrow, 2 o'clock, on my Facebook feed, shared there from the RadioA1A Facebook page. And it goes on YouTube in the morning, available at your leisure, on demand. In case you're busy, I know you can't make the show Sunday. I know there's some football games on. That's okay. Come and join us for a wonderful pint, a glass stein of wonderful beer. Here, I'll pour that one. You got some in there?
Yeah.
I poured this one.
Well, hey, there you go. Murphy's getting a beer too. Michael, again, thanks for being here today. We're going to do a giveaway in a second. When people come down here, where should they stay? Price point wise, is this the best choice for budget travelers, or if they're following the show, they're excited to say, hey, I want to come see your services?
So there's several things they can do. One, we have a relationship with our landlord, the Marriott here, to where we can we can always get some level of a discount for you. We also get group rates and things like that. So I would advise to give us a call directly and allow us to book your room for you, as well as all your water activities. I
don't know what someone's asking about.
I think she says, you want your beer?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I would advise just to give us a call directly at the shop and let us see if we can help take care of that. We also have good advice about restaurants and things like that. Where we're physically located, I know you told everybody the mile marker on Bayside. For those that don't realize, in the Keys, everything is mile marker.
Thank you.
Everything is mile marker.
I forget that this is an international, worldwide show.
Yeah, and so when you come into the Keys, you're about mile marker 108, 105, 108, something like that. And when you hit mile marker 0, you are downtown Key West, for lack of a better term.
Nice.
So as you go down, the next delineation is Bayside or Oceanside. We are 103, 800
Bayside.
Now the good thing about our location, Dave, is when we pull out here, we're pretty central to Key Largo. When our boats pull out, when we're going to take you diving or snorkeling, because we are centrally located, we go through Adams Cut, which is a really neat waterway, and then we can go north all the way up to Carey's Fort, which is right off of Ocean Reef, or we can go south down as far as Snappers and of course molasses and things like that. So we cover the full breadth of all of our reefs that are available here. There are over 5,000 patch reefs off of Key Largo. Did you know that? I learned that.
How many?
5,000.
I've been here 16 years.
There's only 500 in the rest of the Keys. Did you know that? Learned
I
that
didn't
from
know
my
that.
friends over at Marine Lab, Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah,
Hey, Jessica.
she was there for years, and I used to help them out a lot. But anyway, and there's some scientific reasons of why there's so many patch reefs here. But anyway, what I'm getting at is we have about 300 locations we can take you to that we normally go to regularly. Whereas if you go to a dive shop, which there's a lot of good operators here, but if you go to one that's located at the far end of Key Largo, they're going to tend to only want to go to certain dive sites right there. So we are kind of fortunate in that. Then also the next thing is when you get finished diving, a lot of people will say, where's downtown Key Largo? And I'm not sure where you would answer that, but I will share with you that there's not, to me, really a downtown Key Largo. But from this physical location, there's a bike path. You have, after going out having all this fun, building up a hunger, people want to say, well, where can I go to get something to eat? On this property, there is a Gus's Grill right here that you can eat.
Great
from
restaurant.
breakfast to lunch to dinner. There's a happy hour little place over here, Breezers. You can also get food there. And then you can also do from our location, one of the reasons I think it's a good spot to stay here as well, besides the wonderful dive shop, is you can walk over to the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is walking distance from here. You can walk down to the Big Chill.
Nice.
Enjoy that happy hour. If you're not finished there, you can walk to Cactus Jack's. And then if you're still wanting to stay out after that, which is a little sports pub, you can walk over to the ever so unique Caribbean Club, giving you the Bermuda Triangle right there. So there's a lot to do within walking distance. You don't have to get in your car, and I don't advise that, especially if you're enjoying some of the great local beer. But anyway, so there's a lot of good reasons to come here, stay here, dive with us, and just a lot of activities here.
I love it. So not only can you come and dive, come and stay here at the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort, but also you stay at a local resort, but you can then walk over to the Bermuda Triangle. I've been here 16 years. I've never heard a callback.
Coin that phrase.
There you go.
So anyway.
It's now on his business card, by the way.
No. And it's never one Murphy and I have never walked to that Bermuda Triangle, ever.
All right, we're getting demands from the chat.
Uh-oh.
By the way, Randy Myers, welcome from Cherokee, North Carolina. All right. Tracy Field says, loves Pirates Cove.
Nice.
Testimony. We love testimonies. It's very important to watch the show, by the way, because this actually helps local businesses. My friend Peg Laron, which was on in mid-August, we did a show, late August, for her Coconut Bay Resort and Bay Harbor Lodge. She had a woman watch the show 4 times and book her resort. Isn't that great testimony?
That's good testimony.
So this will bring you business.
Yeah, well, we would like to hope so. Well, but if nothing else, we're getting the word out there of
Yes.
what we do and some things we do. And we want you to have options. You do have options. By the way, when you speak of options and stuff, I have to tout my crew here just a little bit and my staff, because within the last week, we have just become #1 on TripAdvisor for things to do here in Key Largo on the water.
Nice.
#1 out of 162 operators.
Nice.
So, pretty nice.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fantastic award.
I think so. I
Awesome.
think so.
All right, trivia time. Then we're going to do our beer. Our beers are sitting right here. We'll
There you
actually
go.
pull them in the view here.
Woohoo!
Let's do trivia, and then we'll take a swig as you guys will think about the question. So we're going to talk about maybe the mascot of the Spiegel question.
Yeah. So for any, especially, this is going to be kind of geared towards divers. And not everybody up here on the roof might have even known the answer to this question. So I thought it was an easy one, maybe not. What is the mascot of for lack of a better term, the mascot of the Spiegel Grove? The Spiegel Grove is a 510-foot landing ship dock, LSD ship that was purchased out of Norfolk, Virginia, towed down and purposely sank. It's in about, 135 feet to the sand. When they originally brought it down here in 2002, and they were getting set up to sink the ship and getting all the stuff set up and planned properly, Mother Nature decided it was going to go, well, the ship decided it was going to go a little sooner than they anticipated, and when it went down, it ended up landing on its starboard side. Now, you may have dove it when it was on its starboard side.
I did. About a year. I dove it.
Murphy has. I never got that
November
opportunity.
2003.
Yeah.
And she was still pretty clean, too.
It was, yeah. So it went down. They hooked tugs to it, and it was landing on its starboard side. Not ideal for diving, not really what they wanted. It was still, from what I understand, a beautiful wreck to go diving. But they hooked tugs to it, tried to set it back up. Man tried to do all these things to set it the way they wanted. But lo and behold, Mother Nature stepped in 2005 and brought Hurricane Dennis. And
That's right.
Hurricane Dennis set the Spiegel Grove upright perfectly. That man couldn't accomplish. Set it upright, and that's the way it rests today in 135 feet of water.
Thank you for
look at that! Somebody knows.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
We have a tie. So, sorry, Janice Spivak, you're a little in this one. Janice won 2 weeks ago my gift card for a fish house, so thank you, Janice. But we have you feel good to give away 2 prizes? Oh, and
sure.
the prize is going to be
Whatever. We have nice fishing buffs that keep you protected from the sun. They also give this little scary shark face that you can scare kids with. No, don't scare the kids with.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you want a good fishing buff, we can make sure you get one of those.
we have
easy.
We have winners because it was almost a virtual tie.
Nice. That's fine.
One came in the feed sooner than the other, but
That's
I looked
fine.
over, they both were there, so you both win. Janet Wolf and Michelle Palmer, thank you for joining. I
Nice.
think Michelle just hopped on the feed. Michelle, make sure you go back, rewind, and watch the whole show. But you guys, congratulations. Please message me or message Michael, and then he'll put your name in this shop here, and he'll either have it on the shop waiting for you, or he'll send it to you. So nice, beautiful fishing buff branded to Pirates Cove Watersports. And the cheers to our winners. We're going to cheers. Happy Oktoberfest. Got to put my hat from Bavaria on. Not going to wear it too long.
Cheers,
a little warm
Murphy.
out here for a big fella hat.
Is.
Hey, Murphy, come and get over and give us a cheer.
That's right.
This is Murphy, folks.
Climb in,
Come on,
I should
come on,
say,
Murphy,
yeah,
come behind
come
us.
on in here, Murphy.
They're not going to be able to hear you too well, but just
That's all right.
just yell hello.
Look at him.
Hey.
Very well known around the Keys here.
He's famous, world
Yeah, he
famous.
is.
Here in the beautiful weather.
He is our studio audience today. So thank you, Murphy.
It's another rotten day in the Florida Keys.
86 degrees today.
Cheers, brother.
So as we drink our beer, we're going to show off the dive shop. I filmed a nice little dive shop video tour. Going to show that off next, and stay tuned as we drink our beer because I got to pump up the volume on that feed. Dive shop tour coming up. Check this out.
There you go. Nice. Well, that's a whole lot better than I was thinking. Is there any way Dave could walk around our shop like while we were doing this? But that's way smarter. Way smarter.
Yeah, the connectivity wasn't good enough. Oh, it takes so long to raise the volume. We're back, folks.
We're back.
We're still here, folks. We're just enjoying our beer.
Yeah.
Enjoy the dive shop tour.
Mike's for rent. Mike's for rent. You forgot to mention.
Oh, yeah.
What I got to do?
Mike's.
This beer is
Oh,
good.
Mike's.
Happy Oktoberfest, everybody.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay.
We
All right.
do.
I had every feed I got to fix the volume. So
I gotcha.
wonderful dive shop, Michael. We're doing the
Yeah.
tour right now, and the video's coming through.
Where
in
you're
the live
looking at
feed.
there is the locals corner. We try to we have a lot of locals artists, and we try to dedicate one little corner for locals that they can come put their stuff in, try to sell their products. We have everything from paintings to different artwork to Susie makes a ton of lionfish jewelry.
Oh, that's good.
That is tasty. You have good taste in beer.
I do, my friend. I do, my friend.
But we let local artists, have an avenue here to try to sell their stuff. So I just think it's one of the things that we can do. We have all sorts of clothing and things like that in there, and stuff you may need at the beach. Of course, we have stuff for diving and snorkeling. That stuff is included if you're just going to come snorkeling with us. But if you want to purchase your own, we have that. I guess I'm not sure if you and Dave touched on it, but I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
under the torch twice.
There you go.
We're back. I have the videos on loops in case I forget to move them over. So hope you enjoyed the dive shop tour.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful. I never had a chance to. I've dove from here before, since it was It's a Dive in 2004, but I never had a chance to explore the shop. And I'm filming the video, and I'm like, this is a really nice shop.
Yeah, good.
You have a lot of nice retail. A lot of nice retail.
It was a very new experience for me for getting into any kind of retail. I kind of left it up to the people that run the shop for us to pick the stuff, and it's been a little trial and error, but I think they do a really good job of getting the stuff that people want. Of course, they're sitting there and they're building the information and their knowledge, talking to people what they ask for. We offer reef-safe sunscreen. In fact, we ask that you don't even buy sunscreen, whether you buy it from us or somebody else, before you get here. And do buy it. There's some that's the local lady that invented it is here, Stream to See, and you can think stuff is safe, but when you start reading the ingredients, you'll be surprised, and it's not. And it doesn't just harm your reefs and everything else, but it harms your body as well.
Oh, sure.
When they started talking to me about how it affects your hormones, I said, boy, we're going this other direction. So do a Google search and you can find out. But anyway, we do offer the sunscreen and that stuff, and if you tend to get motion sickness or anything like that, we have all those things to help you, as well as sandals, swimwear, shirts, things like that. So yeah, come check us out.
It is a wonderful shop. It's so easy to find. I like the fact that you have plenty of parking. Parking is sometimes a problem in the Keys for certain places, the businesses. But you guys have parking on this side. You got parking on the other side. If you're in the Marriott, you just walk over. It's right here, and all the services really you can see from the top here. And I think we have a fixed camera. Maybe we'll try towards the end of the show, because towards the end, as we close out, we'll have a producer, Bonnie, who's doing a great job, pick up the camera. Bonnie. We were going to try to do a roving feed today with Zoom, but I tested at home and it was horrible. So I said, And the connectivity here was not good enough for me to leave a spot and walk around with Michael. So hence we did the videos beforehand. A lot of production work went into the show. Hope you guys all enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it is a really convenient one-stop shop here. It really has a lot going on. I just dove from here with my friend Tony Baxter. Tony! Woo-hoo. And it was great. You guys rented the gear here, went on the boat. We had a wonderful time. And we even dove next door at another dive shop, and it was great. And you guys you have a great location. I like the fact you're on the bay side. You have so much to offer, but you can still, because of Adams Cut, which is a cut here in the Keys that goes under Route 1, you can get to every major dive site.
Well, you can.
All 5,000 of them, by the way. I have to step up my game.
5,000 patch reefs.
I've only done like 2,000, so I got to step up my game here before
right.
And
when you think about that and where we are located, again, I brought up location earlier. Sometimes Mother Nature will throw a little wind our direction. And what that can often do is it can slow us down from going out and going snorkeling and stuff when it's windy on the ocean. But since we are on the bayside, you still have activities you can do. The paddle boards, kayaks, eco tours, jet skis, stuff like that that's on the bayside that's still open to you. So being diversified like that and giving families options has really been beneficial to us.
Then the key is it is family friendly.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's some dive operations that cater towards certain types of divers, but it is a family-friendly resort.
Yep.
Laura Carpenter, thanks for joining us.
It's worth noting too. There are some hardcore divers and hardcore operators that are tech divers that are going out into the 300-foot, 270-foot deep water. We don't typically do that. We are a recreational, family-friendly type of a thing. We're not the just die hard. It needs to be this way, and we don't. While we offer nitrox, we don't do helium mixes and some very detailed. Takes years of training to be able to do that. But what we do on the flip side is we do offer. If you've never dove and you go, well, I'd love to do that, but I just don't know. I don't know how to, or whether I would like it or not. We offer something called a Discover Scuba Diving class.
Discover Scuba.
Absolutely. Somebody like Rick Murphy here, one of our top instructors, the Black Manta, his nickname is. Don't tell him. He knows. He has business cards with it. But anyway,
what's your Twitter handle again you want to give out?
So anyway, what he will do is he will go over a little theory with you in the morning, size you up for some gear, and go right over here to a swimming pool on property. Don't have to travel to an aquatic center or anything else. We'll go to a pool on property. You'll suit up, you'll get the gear on, and you'll be able to breathe your first breaths, which is one of the best things I liked about becoming a dive instructor, was seeing somebody's face when they breathe for the very first time underwater. So you can just literally squat down in the pool while breathing. It's gonna be different because our whole life we've held our breath and dove down and swam at the bottom, picked up change in a pool as kids or whatever. You're gonna be able to take your first breath, swim around, learn how to operate your gear. Then you'll take a little lunch break, and then with your instructor, you'll go out on the afternoon boat and do two different single tank dives, 2 different locations. So
excellent.
It's just an excellent way to get to decide whether you want to get certified, which will last your entire lifetime, or you just want to try it and see. It is worth mentioning, if you go through and decide, I really like this, I want to get certified, what does it take? It literally, the way we typically operate and the way most shops do is we give you a code to go online and do your online training, the book work yourself at your own pace. Once you finish that and you pass the exams, it sends us an email, and we set up 2 days of your time. The first day in the morning, pool, then the ocean. Next day, pool, then the ocean. You are then certified for the rest of your life. It will change where you decide. When you go on vacations, you will look at things differently. I literally believe I change people's lives when I certify you to scuba diving.
Cheers to
you
that.
Will look at things
Cheers
differently.
to that. That's why I became an instructor.
Me too.
Happy
Cheers.
Oktoberfest. Woohoo! Murphy. Woohoo! Murphy needs a refill. You make a good point. I mean, I love your passion for what you do. Everything you do is great. I mean, like your crawfish boils, like the detail. I just can't have your super hot stuff.
I understand.
By the way, side tangent. He had a crawfish boil at the Bermuda Triangle, and there was this tray of stuff sitting there. I didn't realize that was private stock for the chef, and I tried some. I almost died. It was so hot.
We can turn up the heat a little bit
Oh,
on some of those
that's awesome.
crawfish.
No,
but
but
it progressively gets that way, though.
I got into diving, and I moved the Keys for diving. And my story is that I didn't get certified when I was younger. I got certified when I was 32. Even though I watched my brother get certified when I was 19, had a chance, didn't do it. I said, I'm getting certified. I got certified and came in nice water. And I started right away, I felt this feeling underwater, and I did a lot of self-help in my 30s to find myself. And when I found myself, I had a real feeling of inner peace. And I felt that again underwater. And I'm like, if I could share this with people, they would change their lives. I totally agree with you on that. That is awesome.
Absolutely.
Great story. Great story.
got it,
This is the man, Michael Byers. We are at Pirates Cove Watersports here in the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort at 103-800
103-800.
Overseas Highway.
Man, that beer's getting to you quick, bro.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. Mile marker 103.8 on the Bayside in Key Largo. Great resort. Stay here. Use Michael's operation. The Keys are open for business. We've been open since June 1st. Florida is fully open. It is a complete free-for-all down here. Bars are open. Everything's going on. We are safe. Mask required, which is cool. I do like that. I mean, your people, I walk in, Susie would know, like, mask up, mask up. So.
We do. I mean, we're following the guidelines that, for one, Monroe County dictates.
Sure.
But also, you know, the last thing we want you to do is come down on your vacation. We want you to come, but we don't want you to leave with some illness. We clean the boats between trips. We spray it down with disinfectant. We have special cleaning agents that we use in the rinse bins and things like that. So we do everything. These fishing buffs not only protect you from the sun, and there's a lot of sun down here to be protected by. So, but it also will satisfy the requirements and you know, and do your part, as they're saying, to try to stop the spread of the COVID and all that. So we do everything that we can to try to make people have a good, safe, fun time. Guys, I don't even mind throwing this out. I haven't talked to Dave yet, but if you live here in Key Largo or here in the Keys and you have a child that you think might want to learn how to scuba dive, at no cost, you can come and talk to us, give us a call, and we'll get your child in to do something called a bubble maker. It's typically between 10 years old and younger, but no cost. We'll get an instructor to go over here and let your child experience breathing underwater in the swimming pool and just see if it's something that they want to pursue. So come and give us a call. We've been wanting to do this for quite a while. You know, I like to give back to the community. This community we live in one of the best communities. I'm telling you. I
agree.
I just couldn't believe when I came here, I thought it was a stop on the way to Fiji, and like I said, I've never made it to Fiji. I just decided this was a good place for me.
Fiji's out there someday, my friend.
One day I'll at least go visit, I'm sure.
Hey. Well, as you say, we live in paradise. My show starts out, Greetings from Paradise. This is it. And we always said that when I got certified as an instructor in 2004 with Ocean Divers, which you guys, this shop was a part of Ocean Divers for a little while, was a motion. We talked about that August 3rd episode. Check it out on the A1A Media Network YouTube channel. David Sheehan was a great guest.
Yeah.
It was fun teasing you being in Key West, by the way, during that show. But that was Emotion, and this was the location. But I got certified in 2004, and we always talk about living the dream. How's it going, David Hartman? Living the dream.
That's right. Living the dream.
Cheers to living the dream, whatever that dream is.
That's right.
Woo! By the way, congratulations again to our trivia contest winners. Sherry Byers Langston won again. And by the way, she went for it on the second one. She went for it. She actually answered Snoopy riding an alligator.
Riding? Nice.
So Sherry, you went on detail, 4 points, but Michelle Palmer and Janet Wolf actually beat you to the punch. And congratulations to all of our winners today in trivia. We are winding down the show a few more minutes. As we close out, we are going to lift the USB mic. It won't be steady, but we can stand up with these mics on in about 2 minutes, and then we will actually show you Michael's boat. In all my video and post, the boats were out, and they didn't come back. We do want to show you his dive boat, which is right behind us, and show you the view from up here, which is gorgeous. And again, it won't be steady. It's not a steady cam, but we do want to show this when we close out in about a minute or two. So stay tuned for that. As always, please like this and share it and keep the comments coming. I read comments all day long tomorrow because I watch the show over again. I make notes to myself, and then I do the replay. So please keep the comments coming if you watch this on recording. I do pay attention to them. Any questions from Michael, I'll forward to him. If you know Michael personally, tell him how much you enjoyed the show and tell people, hey, look what Dave's doing, the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show.
Yeah.
On RadioA1A, Cruising Country Radio, here from Pirates Cove Watersports in the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resorts in Key Largo, Florida. Mile marker 103.8 on the Bayside or 103,800 overseas highway. Just GPS it. It's easy to find.
There you go.
It's actually one of our biggest resorts here. I mean, the footprint here. How long is the footprint here? Do you know?
This is absolutely one of the largest.
Yeah.
It goes for quite some way, and it also has convention centers. If you have a company or something and you want to have some
Good
kind
point.
of retreat,
That's what I
there's
do.
a full convention center right over here that has rooms of any size. So, when if you give us a call, we'll do our best to help you. We'll help accommodate you, whether it's water sports, whether it's a hotel room, whether it's convention, or whatever it may be. Just give us a shout and we'll see what we can do to make your trip to Key Largo enjoyable.
And by the way, I do apologize, but we have not given away your contact information yet. I know it's easy to find him. He's everywhere. Just Google greatest guy in the world.
Oh, look at you, brother. Paid him to say that.
Best crawfish bowl in the world. No, but Pirates Cove Watersports is good. But tell us how can people find you right now and find out more about your operation?
Probably one of the easiest ways is just to go to pcwatersports.com. That's one of the easiest ways. Our phone number is 305-451-9881.
Okay.
And that will get us as well. You can book right online. You can see pricing. You can see different dive sites we go to. You can get a lot of information from our website. So we'll be glad to help you. If it's something that we don't do, or if we can help you get in touch with a wedding planner or a group planner or that, we'll be glad to help you in any way that we can.
That's awesome, and you made a good point about this place being a meeting facility. I do a lot of that for my business, and it's a wonderful resort. You got to check it out, and check out these guys, Pirates Cove Watersports, here at the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort in Key Largo, Florida. As we close out the show, which will be here in about a minute or so, we are gonna. We didn't practice this, so if it goes to hell, I'm just ending the show. But I do want to give a toast to Michael Byers here, a great guy, a great friend. And
Appreciate
also
it,
a two-time show attendee as far as the business goes.
Woo-hoo.
And I kind of hate to say it, David Sheehan, hey, how are you in Delaware?
Yeah.
David was a great guest. He was so much fun, and we had fun teasing you and your trip. And I do a Key West trip all the time with my friends. But it was nice to have you on the show too. Now you've had both halves of the business, and one of these days we'll also do maybe a little live feed or something from one of your crawfish bowl parties or one of your parties up here. Love to do that. Thank you guys for joining today. Please like this and share it. I'm going to comment now and do my closeout comments. Next week, 5 o'clock Sunday, I'm going to be on Cruisin' Tiki's Key Largo. Check that out, the floating tiki bar. We had Dan Cornell on the show in April, and just when we were back to Zoom, we were restricted from leaving our houses and doing anything business-wise. And now we're going to go out and rove around Cruisin' Tiki's for a little while. Check that out, 5 o'clock Sunday here on the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show on RadioA1A, Cruising Country Radio, and Facebook Live. Appreciate you guys being here today, and then we're still going to talk, but we're going to stand up, try to stand up, enjoy our beer.
Drink more beer. Oh,
careful, you are wired in there, Michael.
That's all right, buddy. It's a terrible view from
and
up
hopefully
here,
we can
guys.
show off. This is not going to be pretty, but stay tuned, guys. And unfortunately, like I said, I didn't have a connectivity to do a roving show today. So we're going to
got
stand.
pontoon boats to rental.
I'll let Michael talk.
Our Glacier Bay is out right now, probably on an eco tour. This is our primary dive boat that we have. It's a 45-foot Corinthian, Coast Guard inspected. Capacity is 49 people, so we can accommodate your group. There's Captain Boyd down there. He's one of our best eco tour captains in the Keys. Sorry, gotcha.
Nice.
And so anyway, that's our boat. There's some of our skis. We have more out on the outside. Really, just everything is tucked in here, nice, safe. If it's windy on the ocean side, we have things on the bay side to keep you busy. And come and see us.
And what is this? We're about to have a sunset?
We are a beautiful place to watch sunsets, and actually we do sunsets pretty much constantly. Thank you for reminding me, Bonnie. We do sunset cruises. Boyd does those as well. He's excellent. He's getting ready to go do one right now. I think he has the dolphin on retainer because he finds them more than anybody else. That's right. So he's really good at finding the dolphin and the manatee. So it is going to be another rotten day in the Keys. It's going to be a beautiful sunset over the water, over the Everglades over there. And hope that you get a chance to come down and see us.
That's right. Michael Byers, thank you for being here today. It's been a great show. Thank you all of it in the chat. We didn't have time to thank everyone, but thank you all for participating. Thank you for being part of the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show here on Radio A1A and the Cruising Country Radio Networks. And also like this and share it and comment. Join us next week, 5 o'clock on Sunday from Cruisin' Tiki's Tiki Bar. We have been live here all afternoon at Pirates Cove Watersports at the Key Largo Bay Marriott Beach Resort in Key Largo, Florida, mile marker 103.8. It's been a fantastic time having you guys. You guys have an amazing Sunday.
Come on, what are you waiting for? There's serving rum up, it's right next door. There's a party on the sandbar in the Keys. It's been a long